We all know Europe has its classics: Paris, Rome, Barcelona. But what if we told you there's a whole other side? A side made up of tucked-away villages, magical landscapes, and charming towns that fly completely under the radar. Today, we're going off the beaten path to reveal 10 hidden gems in Europe you probably haven't heard of, but are definitely going to want to explore. Number 10. Veliko Tarnovo. Perched on the cliffs of northern Bulgaria and wrapped around the Yantra River, Veliko Tarnovo looks like a medieval painting come to life. Once the capital of the Second Bulgarian Empire, the town is a dramatic mix of ancient stone houses, fortress ruins, and arched bridges that rise and fall with the natural terrain. At the heart of the city is Sarajevo's fortress, an enormous medieval stronghold that offers sweeping views of the valley below. Beyond the fortress, Veliko Tarnovo is also known for its vibrant art and culture scene. The town also hosts festivals throughout the year, celebrating everything from folklore to contemporary street art. Number 9. Eze. High above the French Riviera, Eze sits like a crown on a cliff. This medieval village overlooks the sparkling blue of the Mediterranean, and every step feels like walking through a story. Stone pathways wind through gardens, art galleries, and shaded courtyards. At the very top lies the Jardin Exotique, where cactus and succulents grow beside ancient ruins. From here, the view sweeps across the sea, capturing the Côte d'Azur in all its glory. Eze is a secret corner of France that shows the Riviera's softer, more poetic side. Number 8. Syros. When people think of the Greek islands, names like Santorini and Mykonos come to mind. But Syros? That's where you go to escape the crowds and discover the soul of the Cyclades. The capital, Ermoupoli, is a neoclassical gem built on twin hills overlooking the Aegean Sea. It has marble-paved streets, pastel mansions, and one of the most beautiful town squares in Greece. It's also a hub of music, art, and delicious food. Syros has lovely, uncrowded beaches, many with crystal-clear waters and zero sunbed armies. It's an island that moves to its own rhythm. You come here not for the scene, but for the peace, the beauty, and the feeling of discovering something truly rare. Number 7. Piran. Slovenia's coastline may be small, but Piran packs a Mediterranean punch. This coastal gem is perched on a narrow peninsula, surrounded by the Adriatic Sea and drenched in golden sunlight. The town is a stunning blend of Slovenian soul and Venetian elegance. Red-tiled roofs crown pastel buildings. Piran's old town is car-free and best explored on foot. Wander through winding alleyways, climb the medieval city walls for panoramic views, and don't miss Tartini Square, the town's vibrant heart named after a famous local violinist. Piran's waterfront is lined with restaurants serving catch-of-the-day dishes, often with views that make everything taste better. There's a peacefulness to Piran that's hard to find in bigger coastal cities. It's not about rushing, it's about embracing the slow rhythm of sea life. Number 6. Lofoten Islands. Now we're heading way north, above the Arctic Circle in fact, to a place that's jaw-droppingly beautiful. The Lofoten Islands. Located above the Arctic Circle in northern Norway, this archipelago offers jagged peaks, fjords, and fishing villages that look straight out of a Nordic saga. Despite their dramatic setting, the islands are surprisingly accessible. Tiny villages welcome travelers with red fisherman cabins, many of which have been transformed into cozy accommodations. You can watch the northern lights dance across the sky in winter, or experience the surreal glow of the midnight sun in summer. Even with its growing popularity, it hasn't lost its authenticity. It's one of those rare places that feels sacred, where nature is in charge, and you're just lucky enough to be there. Number 5. Kotor. On the edge of a deep bay, cradled by rugged mountains, lies the walled city of Kotor. It's like a smaller, quieter Dubrovnik, without the cruise ship crowds and inflated prices. Tucked between steep limestone cliffs and a fjord-like bay, Kotor is a medieval town that radiates old-world charm surrounded by mountains, where narrow alleyways twist like a maze and cats seem to rule the streets. Red rooftops, shimmering water, and mountains all around, you'll feel like you've discovered a lost world. It's packed with history, Venetian architecture, and cozy piazzas where you can sip strong coffee or nibble on fresh seafood. It's charming without trying too hard. Number 4. Hallstatt. Hallstatt is often called the most beautiful lakeside village in the world, and for good reason. But while it's heavily visited during the summer, visiting in the off-season unveils a completely different side. One that's quieter, more soulful, and just as stunning. Snuggled between a glacial lake and towering alpine peaks, Hallstatt feels like a place out of time. Wooden houses cling to the hillside, their reflections dancing on the mirror-like surface of the lake. The village's salt mining history dates back 7,000 years, and you can explore its past through the Salt Mine Museum or walk the Skywalk for a panoramic view of the Alps. When you come in the quieter months, late fall or early spring, it's like the village is all yours. Number 3. Meteora. Imagine monasteries balanced atop giant stone pillars that reach into the sky. That's Meteora, a surreal landscape in central Greece that feels like something out of a fantasy film. These towering rock formations were once a refuge for monks seeking solitude. Today, 6 of the original 24 monasteries are still active and open to visitors. Getting there means climbing stone staircases carved into the cliffs, but the views from the top? Absolutely divine. Beyond the monasteries, Meteora is also a haven for hikers and rock climbers. Trails wind through forests, past ancient hermit caves, and along ridgelines with sweeping vistas. At sunset, the entire valley turns golden, and the shadows of the rocks stretch long across the land. It's a deeply spiritual, almost otherworldly place that leaves a lasting impression on everyone who visits. Number 2. Dinant. In southern Belgium, where the cliffs rise steeply beside the River Meuse, you'll find the colorful town of Dinant. It's small, unique, and unforgettable. The first thing you'll see is the stunning collegiate church of Notre Dame, with its unique onion dome, backed by the cliff face. Above it, the citadel of Dinant watches over the town. A cable car ride up to the citadel offers sweeping views of the valley below. Dinant is also the birthplace of Adolphe Sax, the inventor of the saxophone. Music lovers will find tributes to his legacy all over town, including a quirky outdoor display of saxophone sculptures representing different countries. Between river cruises, local beer tasting, and hiking in the surrounding cliffs, Dinant makes for a magical off-the-beaten-path stop that's perfect for a weekend getaway. Number 1. Giethoorn. In the heart of the Dutch countryside lies a place that feels like it was lifted from the pages of a fairy tale. Giethoorn, the village with no roads. Here, canals are the only thoroughfares, and locals navigate their world with silent electric boats that glide gracefully over the water. Tucked away in the Dutch countryside, Giethoorn feels like a dream. Thatched roof cottages line narrow waterways, gardens burst with flowers, and everything moves at the pace of a gentle paddle. There are no cars, No traffic lights, no sirens, just peace. That quiet, deep kind of peace you rarely find in the modern world. Even during peak months, Giethoorn has a calming energy. It's a place to recharge and fall in love with slow travel,